pickup for a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Hill brought in motion. Now run for the first time for the veteran Raheem Mostert. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Tua, gonna give it to Achane. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Tua. He gets that complete to Berrios. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll run with Achane. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Big Grady Jarrett shuts it down. 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. So, here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A shotgun snap for Tua. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he's in! Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Next, the score, Dolphins 7, Falcons
0. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Ray McLeod gonna bring it out. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Penix gonna throw right away. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Jalen Phillips in on the stop. On play action, Penix. That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. A pickup there of 28 yards. A give, and here comes Robinson. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield. Now Penix to throw on second down. Short throw taken by Pitts. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
They'll try and throw it with Penix. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
To throw on 2nd down, it's Tua. That's caught! He works free, right side. And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, Miami. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins move out on top, 14-0. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. McLeod now to return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That is brought in to the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 78 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Washington now to return it. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. To throw is Tua. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the first down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm, being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case,
he bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami.
These are the plays that when you look back, Mike, they ultimately decide the outcome of the game. There's no time left on the clock. All they're trying to do is take a shot into the end zone. You've got to get depth. You've got to have guys that can go up and high point and compete for the ball. And you've just got to knock this ball down and go into halftime.
And the kick is good. So what a finish to this first half as they extend the lead. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders, the kickoff for Miami.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And no run back here as this third quarter begins with a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. That's the tight end, Pitts. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They face second down and 7. They'll throw. It's Penix. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball?
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
Remember what this defense told us in our meetings this week, Mike. They don't think that they're necessarily going to be able to just stifle this offense play after play. They might have to give a little bit of bend, but they can't break. That sack,
the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes. Phillips.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss. Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. 4th down, and here's Penix. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Falcons. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Now Penix. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Fletcher, Tagovailoa. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down. Now a give to Achane, heading right. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the ground is Achane. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
3rd and long. Here's Tua. That is caught! And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
16. Jason Sanders to kick off.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. McLeod now to return. And And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They're going to go play action with Penix. Now, deep ball for London. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
And this will be incomplete.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
On second down, here's Penix. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he's out of bounds in great shape, down at the 15-yard line. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. The veteran Jordan Poyer had the good coverage, and he knocks that one away. Another try, 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's caught left side by Pitts.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he's going to have the first down, able to reach the ball forward and dive past the yellow line.
That's good.
And this will not be a spike. He faked it. And that is incomplete. A little trickery with the fake spike, but it does not pan out. Now, 2nd and goal. Here's Robinson. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. They'll try to run with Robinson. And he will dive into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy. Mike, there's not a lot of ways to break this play down other than saying you get the wide open target, you have the play you want, you're aggressive going for 2, you just got to catch the ball.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Here's a handoff to Achane, running left. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Off play action, it's Tua. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
And after that first down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a one-possession game.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. McLeod now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. On play action, Penix. Now, deep ball for London. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. Look at the big guy rumble. Kyle Pitts. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown. Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
On the handoff, this is Achane. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Now Achane. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And the Dolphins 1st down.
So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson, and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA